Divrei-HaYamim Alef. 1 Chronicles, chapter 15. David erected buildings for himself in the city of David, prepared a place for the ark of God, and set up a tent for it. Then David said, "No one but the Levi'im should carry the ark of God, because Adonai chose them to carry the ark of Adonai and to serve him forever." David assembled all Israel in Yerushalayim to bring the ark of Adonai up to its place, which he had prepared for it. David gathered together the descendants of Aharon and the Levi'im, from the descendants of Kahat, Uriel the chief, and 120 of his kinsmen, from the descendants of Merari, Asaiah the chief, and 220 of his kinsmen, from the descendants of Gershom, Yoel the chief, and 130 of his kinsmen, from the descendants of Elitzaphan, Shemaiah the chief, and 200 of his kinsmen, from the descendants of Hebron, Eliel the chief, and 80 of his kinsmen, and from the descendants of Uziel, Aminadab the chief, and 112 of his kinsmen. David called for Zadok and Eviatar, the Kohanim, and for the Levi'im, Uriel, Asaiah, Yoel, Shemaiah, Eliel, and Aminadab, and said to them, "You are the clan leaders of the Levi'im. Consecrate yourselves, both you and your kinsmen, to bring the ark of Adonai, the God of Israel, up to the place I have prepared for it. It's because you weren't there the first time that Adonai our God broke out against us. We didn't seek him out according to the rule." So the Kohanim and Levi'im consecrated themselves to bring up the ark of Adonai, the God of Israel. And the Levi'im carried the ark of God on their shoulders, with the poles on it, as Moshe had ordered, according to what Adonai had said. David spoke to the chief of the Levi'im to appoint their kinsmen to be singers, making use of musical instruments, lutes, lyres, and cymbals, to play loudly and raise sounds of joy. So the Levi'im appointed Heman, the son of Yoel, of his kinsmen, Asaph, the son of Berechiyahu, of the descendants of Merari, their kinsmen, Eatan, the son of Cushayahu, and with them their second-degree kinsmen of Zechariahu, Ben, Yaaziel, Shamir Amot, Yichiel, Uni, Eliav, Banayahu, Maasiyahu, Matityahu, Alef, Lehu, Mikneyahu, with Oved-Edom and Yeiel the gatekeepers. The singers Heman, Asaph, and Eatan were appointed to sound the bronze cymbals. Zechariahu, Aziel, Shamiramot, Yechiel, Uni, Matityahu, Alef, Lehu, Mikneyehu, Oved-Edom, Yeiel, and Azazyahu were to play lyres to lead the Sheminit, low-pitched music. Kananyahu, the chief of the Levi'im, was in charge of the singing. He was put in charge of the singing because he was skillful at it. Berechiyahu and Elkanah were gatekeepers for the ark. Shavanyahu, Yoshaphat, Natanel, Amasai, Zechariahu, Banayahu, and Eliezer, the Kohanim, blew the trumpets in front of the ark of God. Oved-Edom and Yechiah were gatekeepers for the ark. So David, the leaders of Israel, and the commanders, over thousands, went to bring up the ark for the covenant of Adonai out from the house of Oved-Edom with joy. Since God was helping the Levi'im who were carrying the ark for the covenant of Adonai, they sacrificed 7 young bulls and 7 rams. David, all the Levi'im bearing the ark. The singers and Kananya, the music leader for the singers, were all wearing linen cloaks, and David was also wearing a linen ritual vest. So all Israel brought up the ark for the covenant of Adonai with shouting, blowing on shofars and trumpets, and cymbals sounding with lutes and lyres. As the ark for the covenant of Adonai entered the city of David, Michal, the daughter of Shaul, watching from the window, saw King David dancing and celebrating, and she was filled with contempt for him. End of 1 Chronicles, chapter 15.